you're having sharp stabbing shoulder blade pain, then watch this video and hopefully it helps. I'm gonna go through number one, why it is probably happening and if it's like a recurrent thing. And then number two, what to do about it. So I'm gonna keep it very simple. So number one, it's probably continuing to happen. There are several reasons. So if you are repeatedly bending forward and picking things up and doing a lot of repetition, or you are sitting in a certain posture where you're just, kind of hunched over like so, that can sometimes lead to discomfort, and just some of the tissues might just get a little stretched out. So whether it's the rhomboid or the mid-trap or some of the ligaments, or there's lots of different structures in the mid-back there. So there's not a really great one reason that it's hurting you. Now, if it came on from like a sitting posture just for a really long time, I'm not saying posture is bad, or like having certain postures is bad. It's just if you stay in one position for a really long time, then that can sometimes lead to discomfort. So we just want to get out of that posture. But I digress. If you are experiencing this from picking something up off the ground, or maybe you have a newborn or you got kids and you're repeatedly just bending forward and picking them up, bending forward and picking them up, then sometimes that can, you can kind of get into this type of position. So I'm gonna stand like this, like you're here, and you're like you're just constantly doing stuff like that, then that can definitely be irritating. So that is the likely case when this type of stuff happens. Just really reaching out in front of us really far, than lifting something heavier than we're used to, or exerting harder than we're used to. So that's usually the case. There is a thing called a Pancoast tumor, Pancoast, and it's very rare. If it came on randomly and it's getting worse and nothing helps it, like these exercises that I'm about to show you, they don't help it, then yeah, you should probably get that checked out by your doctor. Okay, so let's assume it is musculoskeletal. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds into this video. What you're gonna do is 3 different things. Bent over rows, okay, so that's one of them. Prone swimmers is another one. And then in addition to that, the third one, reverse flies. So those 3, I'm gonna put links in the description in this below this video so you can check those out. But really the goal is to try one of those at a time, do like 2 to 3 sets of 10, see how it feels. If it is feeling better the next day, then continue with that. And then after a couple days, you can add another one of the exercises. If it continues to get better, great, do all 3. And then, you can back off doing those over the course of a couple weeks as it's getting better. If it gets worse with one of the exercises, then what you can do is you can do 2 things. You can decrease the number of sets and reps that you're doing with that exercise, or you can change the exercise. There are many modifications that you can make, and I'll also put a link to a program that I made that you can check that out too. So hope that's helpful, because really those 3 exercises, it should clear it up. It should clear it up pretty quickly too. Especially if this is something that's been going on for a while. You can combine it with like using a lacrosse ball or a foam roller. I find that people oftentimes just try to like foam roll it till it is numb, but I would recommend doing the exercises instead. Doing that for a couple weeks and seeing how it goes. And if you want to combine the 2, that's fine. Just make sure that you're monitoring your symptoms. Hope that's helpful. Comment below if it's is or isn't, and I'll see you in the next video.